Kim's staff, chefs, and nannies have some strict rules to follow while working in the Kardashian West home.
Kim Kardashian's assistants live in constant mayhem. With tons of protocol and extremely high expectations, a work-life balance may not be a thing for these people.
No, and it's like, should I
Do you know if that will
out?
make you feel better?
No, I don't think he'll probably go off on me.
See, I don't think I would last 24 minutes, yet alone 24 hours in this role, but hey, some people can. Here are the strict rules that Kim Kardashian's assistants are forced to follow if they wish to keep their jobs.
She created a very important rule for whichever workers are with her.
Firstly, Kim's assistants are not allowed to bring any jewelry into Kim's house. Ever since Kim was robbed at gunpoint back in 2016 in her hotel room, Kim Kardashian has held back on the jewelry front.
Two guys holding another guy down in police uniforms, and then the guy came and grabbed the phone from me, threw me on the bed.
The thieves that robbed her took off with 2 cell phones and around $10 million worth of Kim's bling. Since then, Kim's been playing it pretty cool when it comes to flaunting her valuable stuff. And by playing it cool, I mean by Kardashian means of cool, not normal people means, of course. So you won't really catch Kim rocking nearly as much jewelry nowadays unless it's borrowed or fake. Plus, she's got rules. No pricey items, especially not her assistant's jewelry, are allowed to be brought into her home.
An important rule for Kim's assistants and staff is to never have their makeup overdone or stand out with too much jewelry.
She quotes, "I have it all taken from security before I even enter my own home. I can't sleep if I have jewelry in my safe, or even any money or anything in my house. I just don't like to live my life like that." Another protocol that Kim's assistants are forced to follow is they can't talk about Kim to her sisters.
I'm just rolling with it, and it is what it is.
That's right. Keep anything you have to say about Kim to yourself. Unless, of course, you work for FTD News and report on all of the crazy, ridiculous things that these people are doing in their day-to-day lives. But I'm talking to Kim's assistants. Keep your mouth zipped about Kim to her sisters. In a 2017 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim and her sister Kourtney had a little chat on camera. That is after Kim's assistant hit the town with Kourtney the night before. The assistant might have had a few too many, or maybe she's just scared of being honest to Kim. Who knows? Either way, Kim's assistant was very open about her dissatisfaction surrounding her job and working under Kim. And she said all of this while she was spilling the beans to Kourtney. While Kourtney was revealing all of this to Kim, Kim followed all of this up by saying that she feels it's inappropriate for her assistant to talk about Kim behind her own back to her sisters. I mean, I kind of see where you're coming from, Kim. She added on with, "Don't you find it weird that you're like wifey with my assistant?" she asked Kourtney. Like, what if all of a sudden I became BFFs with Megan, who is Kourtney's assistant? She said, "I think you definitely think that's weird." What do you think? Is it weird that, Kim's assistant is all fluffy-duffy friends with Kourtney? Is it as weird as Kim makes it out to be? I mean, I can think of way weirder relationships in this family's history than Kourtney and Kim's assistant being friends, but I won't go there in this video. Up next, Kim's staff must immediately own up to any mistakes. See, everyone makes mistakes, even Kim herself. Remember Kanye? Yeah. But the most important part of any mistake is the follow-up. How do you learn and adapt from your mistakes? Well, Kim asks that her assistants learn from their mistakes, but most importantly, that they own up to them and they take ownership for anything that may have gone awry. Additionally, Kim's assistants need to have her closet looking perfectly spotless and organized to a T. That's right. Kim K, the ultimate fashion guru, has more clothes than Jennifer Lopez has ex-husbands. I guess J-Lo only has like 4 ex-husbands, but it seemed like way more in theory. So Kim's got a lot of clothes, and she's also got her own personal squad to handle the ensuing closet chaos.
When Kim tries on outfits, it's up to her assistants to put everything back in its place.
According to an undercover gossip whisperer, Kim's morning routine is basically a fashion show in itself. Outfits are changed like it's an Olympic sport, and her assistants end up playing closet fetch with her, trying to keep it all organized. But here's the kicker. Instead of neatly returning the outfits to their spots in her mansion of a closet, Kim goes for the same method and strategy as I did in university. It's the toss the laundry on the ground and wait for someone to neatly fold and return it to the closet method. Except in my case, no one actually did that. But in Kim K's world, it's her dedicated staff's job to restore order in the holy land that is Kim's closet. So late night closet organizing sessions? Oh yeah, those are irregular. And they must be quick, hands-on learners, these assistants of Kim. See, the Kardashian lifestyle is like a speed train, and if you can't keep up, you might find yourself left behind at the station. Keeping the pace as Kim's assistant requires proving that you've got your game on from the get-go. Enter Stephanie Shepard, who first started working for Kim Kardashian when she was about to give birth to North. That is Kim, of course, not Stephanie. Obviously. Stephanie had to say this about her role as Kim's assistant. I was doing the whole schedule, doing her laundry, booking travel, putting the stroller together, and all of these things. But I wasn't nervous. I was just excited, always staying longer than I needed because I was trying to prove myself. And then North came early. I was a brand new assistant who had no idea what to do with a baby. But we all moved into Chris's house, and she was the one who made it all feel okay, and they moved mountains for us. So thank you, Stephanie, for the insight. Additionally, the ability to multitask is not a benefit as Kim's assistant, but it is a must. Not only do assistants have to be quick learners, but they also play the multitasking game like pros. When you're playing assistant to Kim Kardashian, you best believe that you're able to handle all of the daily switch-ups and occurrences on the fly. See, what if Kim just wakes up one day and decides to have another baby? Well, it's no longer just another Tuesday in the Kardashian household, because it's now up to the assistants to start planning the baby shower on top of everything else that they've already got on their plates. That is, of course, a hypothetical scenario, but keep in mind, it could totally happen. I really wouldn't be that surprised. Another thing that's important for Kim's assistants and that they are forced to do is they must take notes actively. With such an exhausting list of demands, it's crucial that Kim's assistants remember everything. Stephanie Shepard also said that one of her top pieces of advice for any new recruits to the assisting team is to jot down notes at all times. Stephanie quotes, "Even if you think you're gonna remember it in your head, you're not." We have interns at Jenner Communications, and every time I see an intern not taking notes when they're getting instructions from Kim or another sister, I'm thinking to myself, you're gonna screw this up. Just write it down. It's not that hard. So that begs the question for me, which is, what college program do you have to go through to get an internship at Jenner Communications? I'm just curious. I mean, I was good at taking notes in school. Well, good enough at acquiring notes from friends, at least. If you're hired on as Kim's assistant, you also must be prepared to work long hours into the night. Being an assistant to one of the biggest reality TV families is a job that doesn't sleep, and the poor assistants aren't exactly doing cartwheels about it. You basically need to be nocturnal. Victoria Villarroel, who used to assist Kylie Jenner, spilled the beans in a YouTube video, making it clear that she's basically on call all day, every day. She quoted saying, "It has to be 24/7. She'll call me at 2 a.m. and I answer. I don't have set hours. It's pretty much whenever duty calls." And according to reports, Kim Kardashian demands the same. And finally, these assistants all must abide by a strict dress code. Are you surprised? Considering the fact that Kim is a fashion mogul, it's no surprise that she expects her assistants to dress up to a certain standard. Put it this way, do you think Ben & Jerry hired lactose intolerant taste testers? Exactly. In an appearance on the Angie Martinez IRL podcast, Kim revealed that her staff has a uniform policy. Kim said that she gives her staff a choice, a brief choice, may it be, of color palettes to choose from, noting that she prefers her staff to stick to gray, heather gray, black, navy, white, cream, and khaki. So, what I take from that is that my bright orange ramen noodle outfit that I bought from wish.com won't do, eh, Kim? That's okay. I never wanted to assist you anyways after watching this video. Well, that concludes the craziness of the behind the scenes that is working as Kim Kardashian's assistant. Did anything that I touched on today capture your attention more than the others? Would this be a role that you would ever be willing to take on? I feel like they're probably super selective with their assistant hiring, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible to get the job. So hey, if it's your dream to work with Kim and the fellow Kardashians, by all means, follow your dreams, kids. Who should we cover next? Are there any burning celebrity stories that you want us to cover? Let us know down in the comments below. And until next time, keep your head high and your phone ringer on at night in case Kim calls you and wants a late night McDonald's run.